your email. You probably never think about what font your emails are in, but actually this is something that is kind of important. The way people are perceiving you, this plays into that as well. A detail as small as the font of your email, it can impact your image. So that's the topic.
Well, so the article, and it's actually from 2015. I just read it for the first time here. Was that people, it's the small little things that bump people along a path of whether they want to read your email or engage you in services. Mm-hmm. It can be something as small as the email font you're using. Mm-hmm. And the key of this article was that, with higher resolution screens, nicer email fonts compared to Calibri or whatever is being used currently mm-hmm. will be easier read by someone, and they'll be more receptive to it.
It's typically like for Gmail, it's Arial. I know that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
And today, like most monitors are higher resolution, just standard. So you can get a little more. You can have those serif fonts that maybe were a little scary before on a lower resolution monitor.
So they look a little bit better, and people are a little more pleasing to the eye.
Give a little customization, add your own personal touch, and it makes an impression.
And this it's a small example of it's the in the book the E-Myth about how when you set a standard, having that same standard, you don't want to, when somebody likes you for a reason, you don't want to put them off for something else. And I think that in a lot of local businesses, if people would just be consistent, and I think a lot of people say, well, that doesn't matter, I don't care, whatever. How much business are you losing? I think that's the difference between the people that make the leap from semi-profitable or somewhat successful small business to the ones that grow to be monsters in their market, or even bigger, is that they take into consideration that the little things that you do to waver can negatively impact the people mm-hmm. that you're dealing with. So, I had a person that was, so we're looking to get our basement refinished, our kitchen done, and our bathrooms refinished, right? Mm-hmm. So, I make an appointment, guy says I can be there at 9:30, and so I'm running around like crazy at 9:30. In fact, we had somebody whose hard drive died on their computer, and we were down a person, so I ran out and picked up a computer first thing in the morning, and had a new one at his desk up and running, and the person here was remoting in and fixing it. And I'm running back, so I'm getting back there so I can be at my house at 9:30, right?
Wow.
At, I think it was 9:45, he texts me and says, I can be there at 10:15. Mm. Or, so whatever. And in my text to him in the first place, a week earlier, I say, if anything changes, please text me, let me know. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to sit around. It goes back to the baseball game. I don't have time to sit around and wait. And then if you're at 10:15, you don't show up. And then if I engage you to do this project, what is that going to look like? How many times is this going to happen? So for me, it plants a negative seed. I don't want to deal with it. Yeah. Just show up, do what you say you're going to do, the way that we do. And we might not do it 100% perfect, but our intent is to do it, and we're always going to go back and look over what we do wrong and fix it. And I think it's incredibly important. I don't know, this is a story that I hear from a lot of people, especially mortgage people, when they're trying to do these home renovation loans, is that remodelers do this a lot, and I think that it's a great business. If you can be consistent, show up, and provide a good service, mm-hmm. I think you could blow away other people.
You're already a leg up above.
That's exactly exactly, absolutely.
Yeah. See if that guy would have just sent you a message and a couple of days earlier, or a day earlier, and said, or even
not even a couple of days. If he would have at 9 o'clock sent me a text, hey, look, I'm running behind. I'm probably going to be about a half an hour late. It's the communication, the letting people know. And again, we're not perfect, but I think you have to try to be. You try to be just a little bit better than, or be what people expect anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Agree.
Yeah. So show up on time is my big thing.